in the heart of Nimue, a village cradled by vast green fields and towering baobab trees, there lived a young man named Olumide. His skin was as rich as the earth after the rain, his eyes deep like the midnight sky, and his smile could make the sun pause in admiration. Women of all ages, from giggling maidens to wise elder women, admired him. Mothers dreamed of him marrying their daughters, and girls competed to get his attention. But Olumide never loved anyone. He had a secret. A curse that was passed down from his ancestor, a great warrior who had angered the gods. Hidden beneath his clothes was a long, slender tail. It was a shameful thing, a mark of the gods' wrath, and only an act of true love could break the curse. But how could he find true love when his heart refused to yield? One day, as Olumide walked through the marketplace, his path crossed with a young maiden named Abani. She was unlike the other girls who fawned over him. She was not interested in his beauty or charm. She spent her days helping her grandmother, gathering herbs by the river and weaving baskets. Olumide was intrigued. He found himself watching her from a distance, drawn to her in a way he could not explain. He tried to ignore it, but his heart began to beat differently whenever she was near. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills, Olumide saw Abani struggling to carry a heavy basket of yams. Without thinking, he rushed to help her. "I can do it myself," she said, her voice firm but kind. "I know," he replied with a smile, "but let me help you anyway." Abani studied him for a moment before nodding. As they walked side by side, Olumide felt a warmth in his chest, something he had never felt before. As days passed, Olumide and Abani became close. He would meet her by the river, helping her wash clothes and listening to her stories about the spirits of the land. He felt safe with her, yet fear gnawed at him. What if she found out about his tale? Would she still look at him the same way? One evening, as they sat by the river, Abani noticed something. A slight movement beneath his tunic. Before Olumide could stop her, she pulled back his cloak, and there it was. A tail. Abani gasped, but she did not scream. She did not run. Instead, she touched it gently, her eyes filled not with fear, but with understanding. "How long have you hidden this?" she asked. "All my life," Olumide whispered, shame clouding his voice. "I was cursed. No one must know." Abani took his hands in hers. "It is not the tale that has cursed you, Olumide. It is the fear of love. You do not let your heart open, because you are afraid to be seen for who you truly are." Her words struck him like thunder. She was right. He had spent his life hiding, pushing people away, refusing to love or be loved. But Abani, she saw him. Not for his beauty, nor his curse, but for his soul. And in that moment, something happened. A bright, golden light surrounded them. Olumide felt a warmth rush through his body. His tail tingled, twitched, then vanished into nothingness. The curse was broken. A new beginning. The next morning, the villagers of Nimue awoke to something they had never seen before: Olumide, walking hand in hand with Abani, a wide smile on his face. The man who once shut his heart to the world had found love. And with love, he had found freedom. From that day forward, Olumide was no longer just the most handsome man in Nimue. He was a man who had learned that true beauty lies not in the admiration of many, but in the heart of the one who truly sees you.